Couples Court with the Cutlers.
This is the case of WATSON versus McNeil. You all have known each other since you were kids, you dated as teenagers, and now you're in a committed adult relationship. Ms. Watson, why have you opened your case today?
Over suspicions of him cheating. You know, he's secretive on his cell phone. Every time his cell phone rings, he's always talking to his boys, but he's got to leave the room or get away from me to have secret conversations. I buy his cologne, so I've been measuring it because it's always being used extensively. Yes.
No.
Because I'm buying it.
See, this is what we go through all the time. This is why we're here today. You know, I'm tired of being accused over and over again of cheating and this, that, and the other. Well, as you can see, I have to we go back and forth. But I'm here today to prove to you that I am not cheating and it has to stop.
I've known you way too long, and I know his demeanor, Your Honor, and things are just different.
So you're measuring his cologne?
Yes, ma'am.
I haven't heard that one. So what does that look like?
Because his cologne is expensive, and I buy it. So I just mark it on the edge. You know, when we going out and stuff, I like my man to smell good, and he has other little things he could put on for, you know, daily activities or what have you. But when we going out, I want you to smell good, you know.
But I didn't know for what, 1 squirt, 2 squirts? I mean, cologne, I thought. 2
is plenty. 2 is plenty.
All right, so you're measuring his cologne,
yes,
and you
sir.
think he's smelling good for other women?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And so how many bottles of cologne are we talking about? Is it just one or a couple different ones?
It's one in particular that I measure because that's the one that he seems to be squirting excessively, and that's the most expensive one.
Like
and these are the colognes you bought for him?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, I think it's all in her head, and I just think she's crazy at times.
Well, Mr. McNeil, you've known her since childhood. Has she always been crazy, paranoid?
For the most part, but I mean,
No, Your Honor, that is not true.
So if she's always been like that, why did you get with her?
I mean, I love her. You know, we've been through a lot, but she's always had my back, and I've had hers.
Well, Ms. Watson, you knew him as a child, but as an adult, what do you like about him as a man?
Well, he does keep me grounded. He does. And he makes me laugh, and you know, he keeps me mentally balanced, you know, sort of
So
speak.
let me get this straight. You're the one that's out here.
Yes.
And he pulls you back.
Yes.
Exactly.
I know that person.
I know what that looks like.
I know that person.
You know, you gotta have one person who's grounded.
Like me.
Really?
Yeah.
You're the grounded person?
No.
Okay, all right. You gotta have one person who's grounded, one person who's out there, and somebody to bring him back.
He does this, he's like, come on.
Yes, he's the
Yeah.
prettiest person I know. It's hurting me to feel the way I'm feeling, you know, and I just want answers. I just want the truth. I mean, we've been together and going through this since we were 4 years old. I've known this man.
Okay, well, since you've known him all these years, has he had a history of being a player?
There was little girls that liked him and, you know, ooh and ah. But he always showed me the attention. He always showed me the respect. And now I feel like his attention is elsewhere.
All right, so he had been a player in the past, but you still felt, even though these girls were running behind him, it was all about you.
It was always all about me.
Which it always has been. You know, I've never strayed away or anything.
So why do you believe he's cheating right now?
The phone calls, he's always talking to his boys. Well, if we're sitting there watching TV and what have you, okay, I can see you don't want to be rude. You want to go step out and have a conversation with your boys. But it shouldn't take no longer than 5 minutes. You on the phone, you just grinning and giggling, and you in another room, and I'm not supposed to have no suspicious?
So is there a time limit on how long he can talk to his boys? And he only talk for 5 minutes?
Yes, sir.
It seems to be, Your Honor. It seems like she's sitting there with a stopwatch.
These are not calls for women. These are calls from his friends, his male friends.
That he said. That's what he says.
But you don't believe
that.
I don't believe that. I mean, there's all kind of weird little codes and names in his phone. Not that I go through it,
Yeah,
but...
of course.
Wait a minute, look, fella.
But I'm just saying, you know, we were supposed to be, you know, going out or what have you, and he says, I got a stain on my shirt. And I'm thinking, well, I do your laundry, so I don't see no stain, but, you know, he changed and everything. But as he was taking off the shirt, I got a whiff of a perfume that doesn't belong to me, because I only wear a specific kind of perfume.
See, these are the things that she makes up in her head. She goes through
But
my
he had
laundry,
a ketchup stain on his shirt that I never seen.
goes through my laundry. I mean, everything.
Because I do your laundry.
Okay.
All right, so Mr. McNeil, you had on the shirt
Yes, Your Honor.
But then you decided to take that shirt off because it had a ketchup stain.
Yes, Your Honor.
But you, Miss Watson, you double-checked the shirt.
I sure did.
And when you double-checked the shirt, you found that it smelled...
It didn't have no ketchup stain because we was going to also grab a bite to eat. So what was you doing with ketchup in the first place?
So is it your belief that he had been in that shirt with another woman?
Absolutely. Hugged up somewhere.
Hugged up somewhere, and it wasn't any ketchup.
I didn't see no ketchup, Your Honor.
So he lied, in your mind, he lied about the ketchup stain.
Your Honor.
Your
Where
Honor.
did the ketchup stain come from?
I mean, it was just faint. I don't know if it was like from a different time, but it was there.
So why didn't she see the ketchup stain?
I don't know if she's kind of slacking with the laundry. I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Were you hugged up with another woman in that shirt?
No, Your Honor.
Miss Watson, do you have any other reason to believe that he's cheating?
Yes.
Okay,
Like,
what other reasons do you have?
We had date night. And I come home from work, and he's in the bed with tissue, and he don't feel good now. So we're supposed to go to the movies. I said, okay, you know, that's fine. So I said, well, I'm gonna call some of my girlfriends, and I'll have them go out, and we'll watch the movie together. So, you know, my girls come, and we leave, and we're not even on the E-way yet, so it wasn't even 15 minutes that I had left the house. I turned around because it's cold in the movie theater, so I forgot my sweater. So I come back in, the bed made, he gone, and I smell his cologne that I bought him. So I'm like, okay, well, so I call him. I said, where you at? And why do I smell cologne? And he flips out on me. I like to smell good. I just went to get some medicine.
No, that wasn't the case. She knew I was sick, so after she left, I went to go get medicine, like she said,
And I got
drugstore.
Okay.
And then
I brought you soup, and you never came home. You didn't come home until
I
that
came
next
home.
afternoon.
These
Oh,
are the
no.
lies. These are the
Your
problems
Honor.
that we have.
He did not
Okay,
come
but
home
Mr.
that
McNeil,
afternoon.
why didn't you ask her to get medicine for you or tell her you were going to the
Well,
store?
she told me that she was going with the girls, and you know, I didn't want to bother her and take her out of her way, so I figured the drugstore is not even 10 minutes
He
away.
could spray some cologne and ease on out the back door.
See, we always go back to this cologne.
He just had sprayed it, so I just had missed him.
But think about it, though. You can see how that looks, right?
I can understand. I can see.
Okay.
But this is the stuff that we go through, no matter if it looked like that or not. In her head, it's cheating.
Why
All
did
right.
the room smell like cologne?
Because right now, it don't smell so good up in here.
You need more than
I need
perfume
some-
to cover this up.
I need some perfume to cover this thing up. All right, now you said something key. You said that he didn't come back to the next day.
Yes, Your Honor.
I was home, laid down, and then the next.
We live in the same building.
next
We live in
day-
the same apartment complex. So I have a key to his, and he has a key to mine. I practically burned a damn hole in the rug, walking back and forth, waiting on him.
Your Honor,
He didn't come back till the next afternoon.
I was
right
home.
before I went to work.
I was home.
Miss Watson, have you ever caught him with another woman?
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Okay, now I can explain.
Oh
I can
yes.
Well,
Oh, tell the court about that.
Well, I had made him a little picnic with fried chicken, potato salad, fruit and wine.
That's what I'm
and
talking
stuff.
about.
And we just gonna ride.
That's
We
how
gonna
you
have
do
a
picnic.
picnic.
That's how you do it.
together. And I go to the house, and some little boy answers the door that I don't know. And he says, oh, well, Roland, they just left. I'm figuring that they means him and his boys. So, and I brought evidence of that.
Can you cross over and show us at the plasma?
Yes, ma'am. Okay, that's me. And this is the vehicle. The basketball court's over here.
Okay, so-
Everybody's over here, like, you know, the peoples that I do know that he plays basketball with and stuff. So they're kind of looking at me, and I'm looking at them. And they kind of look different, you know, the looks in their faces.
Okay, so you have gone to the basketball court
Yes.
because you've been told by this unknown young man
Yes.
at his apartment he's gone to the basketball
Yes,
court.
Your Honor.
Okay, and what do you find?
So I see this car, you know, and I'm looking, and then all of a sudden he gets out the passenger seat. So I'm thinking he sees me. So I'm standing there because I'm cute, you know. I'm just standing there, you know, feeling myself. So then all of a sudden he goes around to the driver's door. When she gets out, I'm like, what? He is embracing her. So then that's when all the Medea comes out of me, and I went for him and her. And his boys on the basketball court, they come flying off, everybody trying to get me because I'm trying to get her. I'm trying to get, what is you touching my man for? She gets it, he ushers her back in the car, like, you go and get in the car, and go, you know. And she all scary until she gets in that car, and then the heifer's got a nerve to ride past me and wink.
Mr. McNeil,
He said he can explain this.
All right, yeah, because I've heard of basketball wives and basketball girlfriends.
No,
I want to hear about this basketball girlfriend.
It was nothing like that. It was at the basketball court, and I did run into a platonic friend. She was having some issues, relationship issues.
Okay, but why is this woman coming to a basketball court looking for advice? What advice were you giving her?
She was having relationship problems, and
you having relationship problems.
See what I'm saying? But yeah, so we were just talking, relating, because you know her man was accusing her of some things, and we were going back and forth. And I told her I understand how you feel because this is what I go through every day.
So Ms. Watson, if he's cheating, what happens?
I'm done. I can't do this. I've loved him way
That will not be the
many
case. I love you
years.
too. I mean, but I'm tired of being accused of something that I didn't do.
So you have not cheated with anyone else?
Not at all, Your Honor.
To get to the bottom of this, the court has engaged the services of licensed private investigator Todd Redding. Ron, would you please escort Mr. Redding into the courtroom?
Yes, Your Honor.
Good day, Mr. Redding. How are you?
Good day, Your Honor. I'm fine, thank you.
Mr. Redding, what was done to investigate this case?
Our team conducted a full forensics examination of Mr. McNeil's cellular phone to see if we could determine whether or not he's been cheating.
So my question is, did your team find any interesting communication between Mr. McNeil and other women?
Your Honor, we found that Mr. McNeil had a total of 9,395 text messages in his phone.
Wow.
We recovered 2 of those messages that required further investigation. The first text message sent at 3:16 a.m. and at 5:06 a.m.
All right. It says, thought about your sexy blank, probably sexy behind.
Right. That's exactly what it said.
Yeah. And then the next one at 5:06 in the morning, it says, 10 minutes away, Boo Bear, en route. Mr. McNeil, you said you had an explanation for everything we've talked about. Do you have an explanation for that?
Your Honor, I don't even recall those texts.
Right,
I mean,
of course.
I don't even remember those. I mean, were they sent out from me, or I don't recognize those at all.
So, Mr. Redding, did you determine anything about these text messages?
Yes, Your Honor. They were sent to Miss Watson.
Oh.
So after all that, you see how much I love you, but it's still like I'm always cheating. It's never enough, and I really want to work through this.
I was gonna choke you if you called somebody else Boo Bear.
No.
That's my name.
It's only one Boo Bear. That's you, babe.
Is that what he called you, Boo Bear? To further investigate this, the court has also ordered a forensic voice analysis of Mr. McNeil, and we have those results. Ron, would you please escort Mr. Guy Wolf into the courtroom?
Yes, sir.
Good morning, Mr. Wolf.
Good morning, Your
How are
Honor.
you?
I'm well, thank you. How about you?
We're good. We're good.
Awesome.
Mr. Wolf, remind the court, how does voice analysis work?
Well, Your Honor, it operates off of the spoken word, so it records the frequencies in the voice, and when you're being deceptive, one of the frequencies drops away, and it's recorded on a computer.
All right. Let's take a look at the question that you asked.
During your 4-month relationship with Miss Watson, have you ever had sexual intercourse with anyone other than Miss Watson?
No.
So, what did the forensic voice analysis determine about Mr. McNeil's response?
The forensic voice analysis determined that he was being... The forensic voice analysis determined that he was being deceptive.
That's not true. I have never cheated. I haven't.
Miss Watson, what are you feeling at this point?
I can't even breathe. I can't breathe.
Explain to him how you're feeling and why.
You just crushed my whole world.
I never cheated on me. I promise.
So this man is
you,
just lying and his little tested and all that. That is just lies.
Mr. McNeil, this is your chance. You want to move forward. Now is the time to come clean.
I want to move forward, and I love you. I could just assure you I did not cheat. I mean, I don't know how I didn't maybe I didn't misunderstood the question. I mean, I'm not sure. I love you. I want to work through this. I want us to stay together.
I'm done. I'm done. I will come over and get all my stuff. I will give you all your stuff, and I'm done. It's been 30+ years. I just want to know the truth.
I told you the truth.
Yeah, no, that gentleman over there told me the truth.
Ms. Watson, you deserve to be in a relationship where you're loved, appreciated, and you don't have to go around measuring your cologne that you bought. You don't have to worry about ketchup stains. You are beautiful. You really are cute.
Thank you.
And you're smart. So you don't have to settle for second best. You deserve a first-class man.
If you all somehow decide you want to move forward, we have counseling resources available to you.
And as we say in this courtroom, do not cheat yourself out of an opportunity to have a happy, healthy relationship. Court is adjourned.